Nate here at My Mod, back again with another GTA series video. This week we're looking at the hangar and why you should probably avoid this business if you're trying to make money in GTA Online.
Soul making, sound shaking, earthquaking, change.
The hangar was released in GTA Online as part of the Smuggler's Run DLC, which is one of the earlier DLCs that came out in GTA Online's timeline. It gives you the ability to purchase a hangar from either LSIA or Fort Zancudo military base. It is a business that operates in the exact same way as the special cargo business for the CEOs. You source the item, you steal it, you bring it back to your hangar to store, and then eventually sell it. The hangar also gives you access to store your own personal aircraft and has, for the first time ever, an aircraft customization workshop. So you can make really cool adjustments to some of the airplanes that came out as part of the DLC. This is a really cool tool that you can have for the hangar. It's probably one of the only reasons why I bought the hangar. But there is, unfortunately, a catch to it. So in order to access the best customization options for your personal aircrafts, you will have to increase your experience as a special cargo delivery pilot. So over time, the more deliveries you complete with the operation, you can gain better benefits and discounts on purchasing aircraft and aircraft equipment. You can organize your planes in your hangar using the Organiser tool, which is located at the back of the hangar, right next to the opposite doors. Hangars can also store additional aircraft. If you have too many for the allocated spaces inside the hangar, you can put them into storage and swap them out for the ones that are actually in your hangar. I think you can store up to 20 vehicles, and they're only aircraft vehicles.
Hello, this is
You won't be able to
Insurance.
steal other
I
people's
can do that.
vehicles to put into your hangar, and any helicopters that you can source from the CEO menu, you will not be able to store in there as well. I tried putting my Super Velito carbon from my yacht into the hangar once, and it didn't work. So yacht vehicles are also off that list. So in other GTA businesses, I would say that location plays a major factor in my decision making. For hangars, this isn't much of an important decision for me. Just remember that delivering and selling stock whilst flying through Los Santos is basically suicide. So LSIA locations will be inevitably harder to deliver or sell from. The Fort Zancudo hangars are better placed in a more secluded area, and it gives you an additional quirk in that you can now access the Zancudo military base as a high-level access civilian. Essentially, if you own a hangar in Zancudo, you no longer obtain the wanted level stars for flying through the base. It's worth noting that if your squad members are present, and in your squad, your CEO or your MC business, and they don't have a hangar, they too will be given temporary access to the facilities. The hangars are much more expensive here, though, than they are in LSIA. But for the added quirk, the added extras, I think it's worth it for this one. If you do want the hangar to store your personal aircraft or to have access to the base, as I mentioned before, then in order to save money on this purchase, avoid all the cosmetic upgrades at the start. So when you go onto the website and you pick your hangar style, you'll have the hangar style, the lighting, the floor graphics, and the office furniture. All of these are superficial elements, cosmetic elements that make no difference to the function of the hangar itself. So if you don't have the expendable cash, don't bother spending any money on those upgrades. What I think is really cool and necessary in the long run is to get the vehicle workshop. It's a great addition. Not really necessary if you're still at the early stages of your progression in GTA Online, but it's definitely one to think about going into the future. And the living quarters gives you the option to use the hangar as a respawn location for when you change lobbies. So if you are grinding this, then that might be an option for you. Although I can't see many of you guys grinding this particular business because it doesn't make that much money. So in order to maximize the payouts for the hangar businesses, you need to look at the bonuses that each individual item sells for. The narcotics, the chemicals, and the medical supplies all provide a 35% bonus for 25 units sold. The facility limit of what you can store is 50 crates, I believe. So if you had 25 of either medical supplies, chemicals or narcotics, and another 25 of one or the other, you could in total reach about 70% bonus on top of the normal payout for the standard units. Animal materials, art and antiques, and jewellery and gemstones will get you 12% bonus for each 10 sold, so for 10 units sold. So if we round that up to the 50 maximum units that you can sell per sell mission, then you could rack up with animal materials, art and antiques and jewellery and gemstones around about 60% bonus on top of what you sell. Counterfeit goods and tobacco and alcohol provide only a 5% increase for each 5 that have been sold. So it will add about 50% on if you were selling the full 50 units. For single players, I would say 1 to 10 crates you can usually sell alone. 11 to 25 you'll need 2 people, and then 25 to 50 you'll need 3. That being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. We are doing another GTA Online walkthrough next week, where we'll be doing either the arcade or the nightclub. So stick around for that, and I'll tell you all the tips and tricks that I've learned over my time on GTA Online to get you the most money possible. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.